In this video, I'm going to reveal the worst growth strategies for your social media. I guarantee if you're doing any of these, you are feeling really frustrated right now. Make sure you subscribe or lose this video. The first one is simply mass following people. And this is an old, outdated Instagram hack from years ago, which coaches on YouTube used to recommend. And the idea is if you follow someone, then they will, in theory, follow you back. Now, there's a few problems with this tactic or hack, whatever you want to call it. Platforms like Instagram are 50% content and 50% engagement. And the first 90 minutes after you've posted are really important to help push your content out there. And it needs that initial engagement. Have an audience that doesn't really care about your content and it's not going to give you engagement. And then your engagement will drop and your reach will drop and your account score will drop as well. If you see an account with a high number following and then a no number following back or around the same amount of following, it looks like a mass following tactic. So that will instantly put people following you back because they know you just follow anybody and anybody because you're desperate to get the clout and the likes and the followers and so on. So it puts people off following you, seeing that massive high number. It tells them that, you know, your content might not even be that good, and the only reason why you've got that many followers is because you had to follow like 3,000 followers just to get, say, 2,000 followers back. It also looks spammy and it may think you are a bot account or a spam account and you're just mass following loads of people. Your account also could get banned or suppressed by following too many accounts all at once as well, because the platforms know what actions you're taking, and if it looks a bit suspicious and a bit mass, once again, it may think it's a bot. The second mistake goes, and this is a quick one, for the same reason of buying followers. It's the same reason of you're going to have an audience that doesn't really care about your content and it's not going to give you engagement. Even worse, if you pay for engagement or you pay for followers, stop paying for that service, right? Those people will stop engaging with your account and then your engagement will drop and your reach will drop and your account score will drop as well. You know, and that goes with engagement groups as well. This leads me to the next one, is not engaging with your community. Social media is called social media for a reason, right? So engage and be social, make conversations stand out, be funny, give value, and so on. Just make an effort with people, reply to people's content, make them feel good about themselves because you have replied to their comment. Go on their accounts, engage with them, reciprocate the comments back, and just engage with people on the platform, preferably in the same niche. And I recommend engaging with 10 to 20 accounts a day, and you'll start getting new eyes on your profile and you'll see some growth there as well. You'll also find if you start engaging with other people, it makes the process of being on social media and posting and creating content a lot more enjoyable, especially if you have great conversations with people. And you can learn something new from other people as well, especially if they're in the same industry as you. Follow for follow is the exact same thing. Follow train. Mass spam deleting accounts, especially ones which you think are fake or bots. Now, I used to do this and I really used to think it would make a massive difference to my account growth. And then I realized all I did was wasting my time. And that is time you could be spent and well spent creating better content, engaging with the community, and basically being more productive other areas in your work. You're always going to get these type of accounts following you on a daily basis. And I have to point out, the algorithms are so clever on these social media platforms, right? It will know what spam accounts are and it will know who to show your content to. So you don't have to worry about it affecting your account growth. On the downside as well, if you mass unfollow these accounts, this is going to show to the platforms and the algorithms that your account is not that great. Why are loads of people unfollowing you or it's decreasing? It will look at those numbers. So if it thinks your account, is not a very popular account, then it's not going to show your account to many people at all. So it's actually going to hinder your growth. Every day you're going to get these type of accounts following you. So just think how much time you're wasting. Copying other people's content. I've had a few people copy my content now, practically word for word, especially on TikTok. And one of them I actually called out because normally I let it slide, because basically everything you post on the internet, is based on some other idea, and I accept that. And it's not always about making original content. It's about putting your own spin on it. However, if you do copy someone's content word for word, then at least talk to them about it. Talk to the creator saying, I'm doing a bit of content which is similar. Do you mind me posting about this? I'm going to replicate your content. Do you mind that I do that? Tag them in it. Give them some credit at least, because that's the difference between inspiration and imitation. If somebody, does copy your content, it's up to you how you play this game. You can either contact the person personally and express how you feel. You can write a comment on a post in a nice, polite way, or you can do a reaction if they deserve it and call out their BS. I think posting trends or too many trends in general is not a great idea for growth. And a reason why is if you posted a trend, all right, and it went viral, it means the rest of your content has to align with that type of content, that theme on that post. And when you create viral videos and have viral videos, you attract a lot of random all sorts anyway. That's why it's gone viral, because it's gone to a wider audience. So trends are almost going to sabotage your growth, because you're not even getting the ideal audience you want anyway, unless you are making that trend really related to your niche or what your account is about in general. Also, a lot of people are starting to sort of get bored of trends. We have the CapCut templates, which is kind of like the new version of trends, but the reason why they're good or they're doing so well is because often they are really, really funny and relatable, and it's kind of like shiny object syndrome, and everyone's enjoying them. I think they're really funny and some really great ones, but a lot of the times they do well is because what the person is saying, creating that content, is relatable. But I think as social media is changing so quickly, trends are kind of dying down now, and we just want to see more authentic, raw content, or more in-depth tutorials and help, and get to know our favorite creators on a deeper level. And trends is kind of like that era, that stage during the pandemic when we were bored and it was like, what can we do next? What can we do next? And then Instagram jumped on board, and that did really well on the platform. But things have changed. Stand out from the rest of the crowd, and if you do trends, you're just copying someone else and you're posting the same as everybody else. You're not going to get remembered, not going to stand out. So I don't think it's a good growth strategy. And you've got to also think, if you're a business, would your ideal audience want you to see that trend? Would a company, a professional company, want to see that video? What would they think first impressions of you doing that dance or something? If you're really flaky and you don't show up, your followers are going to forget about your content or not look for your content and engage with it. With your followers, just ask yourself, why do you need these followers, and why does that number mean a significant importance to you? If the answer is because it just makes you feel good, then you've got to remember, even though it's great, it makes you feel good, then you're just looking for vanity metrics. Your self-esteem or self-worth is wrapped around the amount of followers you've got, and just because you are popular, it doesn't mean you're going to get any profit. And there was a girl on TikTok who couldn't even sell 20 or 30 t-shirts, right? And she had over 3 million followers. And that's because she had the wrong people following her, and she obviously didn't build any connections. There's no relationship. So at the end of the day, it's not all about your followers, right? It's about the value and impact you create and make with people, and how you can make a difference to the world. And then you will start succeeding, and you will grow, and people buy into you. People do have more followers than other people, and at first, that can be like, oh wow, that person's doing awesome. But then you dive in deeper, and then you realize that they're not making any money, they haven't got a community, they don't get any engagement. And then you got to remind yourself that sometimes, less is more, and just focus on the people who are, paying attention to you right now. And you don't need a mass following to start generating sales and make money. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do part 2 or part 3. Like this post if you found it valuable. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more.